This year's Rose Bowl presented by Prudential is a crucial part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, and for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. He's hit as he throws it. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. He's got some room and some blockers here. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Miami.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense is back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
Pass caught, 2nd down now. Here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. That's reeled in. It's Sanchez. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time.
Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Finding space at the 20. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
First and goal, handoff. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
The offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. Caught near the goal line. Fighting for the end zone, but doesn't get there. They'll spot the ball for 3.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
And they will trot out the field goal team here. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. No problem. Knocks it right through.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Good job up front by this offensive line. Good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have in his running back position.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? He's found some room at the 45. Physical run, breaking tackles. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Trying to create here on the move. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
The Hurricanes line up on 1st and 10 now. They'll run it to the left. Can he make the end zone? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown for the U. Here comes the point after attempt.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here. QB decides to keep it here. Gets the first and still running.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Miami 14, Michigan 3.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had, 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He'll take a deep shot. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
The extra point is good. They draw within 4 at 14-10. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the Miami offense back out on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards, only the first half. So really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Receiver in motion now. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The gain moves the ball to a 34.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Try and muscle for the first down. The Canes looking to keep this drive rolling.
Here's a great example of the back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
And the Canes with 1st and 10 here. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Canes churn out another 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
This is why you don't predetermine what to do with the ball as a quarterback. He wants to throw this as he rolls out to his right, but instead he keeps his eyes downfield, recognizes there's nobody open, so instead he decides to become the runner, and he's a real threat when he has the ball in his hands.
1st down and 10 now. Tight end goes in motion. And the single back takes the handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. When they hit him just as he releases the ball, it's incomplete.
I like the call here. 3rd down and long, you know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on 3rd down and long.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And it's good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Michigan offense back out on the field. They want to cut into this lead before halftime. They have to work quickly now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And now the handoff. They make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Important third down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive. The best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Across the 45 now. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Past the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Made the defense look slow that time. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
Point after, knocked right through. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Ball handed off. The gain moves the ball to the 34. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle, it's Patchett. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this away to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. They'll spot the ball near midfield at the plus 49.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. It keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
And the defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the wideout goes in motion. And here's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. The Hurricanes moving quickly down the field here.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Hurricanes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Catch made on the out route.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Canes will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They test the middle, but gets stuffed. That one goes nowhere.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Patchett. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. The Wolverines hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And they pick up the 1st on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball.
The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Going the other way, can they catch him? He's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, that is every defensive lineman's dream. And he played running back in high school or Little League. He showed some tremendous athletic ability once he came up with that interception to take it into the end zone.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. Here's the second down play. Hands it off from the gun. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lets it go quickly. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Look out. He's got some space. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
First down, looking to throw the football. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's a bullet, but incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.